Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Beyond the Blanket, the mastermind for today, going from winging it to winning it. This is day one of the mastermind. Welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in. Welcome, 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 everyone. We're going to give a few moments for people to come in, and we're going to get started shortly. I am your host, Roland Faison. This is the Luxury Picnic Accelerator, a luxury picnic owners community, and the luxury picnic marketing groups Beyond the Blanket Masterclass. Day one, going from winging it to winning it. Welcome again, welcome again, welcome again. We are here beyond the blanket, day one, going from winging it to winning it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in the room. How you doing? Introduce yourself.
Hey, Mr. Rowland, can you see that I'm in? This Tanika.
Yes, I can. Hi, Tanika. How are you?
I'm doing good. I need some more hands over here, but I'm here.
Welcome. Glad you joined us. Waiting for some more people to come on in. We're going to get this thing started. We're going to give them a few more minutes to come in. I know it's a Friday. People are slow getting in from work today. We'll give them a few more minutes to come on in and we're going to get started. This thing, I'm so excited to have
I
you all join
hear.
us tonight. Yes.
I hear. I invited somebody. I don't know. Maybe they'll keep snooping on the page to figure out what it's about.
I saw that earlier. I saw that earlier. I appreciate that. Hopefully she come. Was it Alicia? Elisa?
Yeah, I don't know her personally. I just know
Um,
it was either the other day or week I was strolling on Facebook and her cousin had shared some of her work, you know.
okay.
And I clicked on it and then I started looking and it looked like she do picnic setups, you know.
Okay.
And I was looking at her page wasn't very, you know, you could tell she was doing it, but it stopped after a certain part, you know.
Hmm.
And I think she had recently posted on doing, the picnic things. So
Yes.
I had invited her earlier over in the week, but I didn't know if she had, accepted the invite. And then I seen that you was posting what you was posting and I was like, that's when I was like, you should join us because she did accept my friend request. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
As on like on a personal page, but I don't know. I can't remember if I followed her page.
Hi. Welcome in. Come on in. Welcome in. How are you? Introduce yourself.
I think I just got have one question. So today is 2 hours and tomorrow is 2 hours.
We're probably going to be about an hour and a half, not 2 hours, but about an hour and a half.
I told somebody that I say I don't think he got 2 hours in him on a Friday. I said we probably be there for like an hour and a half. I did say that.
Tell you the truth, I have 4 hours in me. I could do it all night. I could do it all night. When you're doing what you love, you could do it all night.
Yeah,
But I figured, by being a Friday, I break it up for you guys. I don't want to keep you guys and bore you long, just or have your mind drift off. So I want to get in, give you some excitement tonight and get you out, get you hungry and thirsty, give you something to think about tonight to put into action, and come back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. with the same atmosphere and the same treatment. Give you 2 hours then to get your Saturday off to a good start, and next week you'll be ready to go. That
I'm
that's
talking
the
about
agenda.
like ready to go. I am though, but even if this wasn't going on, I'm ready.
Yes, I'm glad to hear that. I know you are. You've been chomping at the bit since earlier this summer, so I know you are ready to go. All right, all right. Welcome, welcome in, welcome. We're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to Beyond the Blanket Day One, going from winging it to winning it. I am Roland Faison, Coach Rowe, as they call me. I am the owner, CEO, and proprietor of Diosa Events in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. And I welcome you all for joining us tonight. This program is being recorded, so if you want a copy of it, you can just reach out to me at rfazon at Diosa Events, and we'll get you a copy of it. And also, it will be posted in the link where you registered at. So if you have that, you'll get a copy of it as well. So again, welcome out, welcome out. I thank you for spending time with me on this Friday evening. And I was just telling Tanika, I'm not going to hold you long because I know you all have probably had a busy week. I want to get you this fire information, get you ready to go, and get you out into the picnic business world and doing the things that you need to do, getting you out into the event space world and ready to go doing the things that you need to do. So what I'm going to do now, I'm not going to cut my video off. So you guys don't want to see me. You want to hear me. You want to hear this fire information. So I'm going to silence my video. And then I am going to start this presentation and we are going to get going. All right. Beyond the blanket, just what it says. There's a lot about what goes on in the picnic business, and it goes beyond the blanket. It goes beyond that setup. It goes beyond the things that we put out on that grass, we put out on that beach, or we decorate in that hotel room, or we decorate in that event center, wherever it is. There are things that we must do as picnic owners to have success, and it goes beyond the blanket. So just posting pictures of your setups, just posting pictures of the blanket is not going to cut it, and that's just winging it. So what we're going to do over the next 2 days is we're going to talk about ways to go from winging it to winning it. I'm going to give you guys some formulas that we're going to work with that you can put into action now. So if you haven't grabbed your pencil and paper, I want to pause for a moment, give you a chance to grab a pencil, paper, pen, computer, take phone, take pictures of the screen, whatever you want to do. But here I go with the information. So I'm going to pause for a moment, give you a quick 60 seconds to go grab those items. All right. All right, all right, all right. So you should have those items now. Let's go. Let's get to it. No fluff, straight game. Here we go. All right. Day one agenda. Here are the things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about number one, define your picnic business DNA. We all know what DNA is. Everybody's just different. None of us have the same DNA. None of us have the same fingerprints. We have the same blood types, but all of us are different. Just like snowflakes, just like raindrops, no two people are the same. No business is the same. Everybody's in the luxury picnic business, but your business is different from my business, as different from the person down the street's business. Okay. So now let's talk about the DNA. Okay. Then we're going to get into the marketing pillars, how to promote and market your business. It's not just putting your sign out and saying, "Hey, I got a business," or telling your friends, "Hey, you know what? I'm trying to run a picnic business, or I got this little game, this little business that I have, that I'm doing." No, it's speaking about your business with pride, because taking this step to become an entrepreneur is not for the faint of heart. It's not easy. Every day is a struggle, and you have to feel like you're making progress, because every day every day you're in it to win it as an entrepreneur. And once your mind switches to being an entrepreneur, as you notice, you don't get much sleep at night, because your mind's always churning and burning about the ideas that you have. So we're going to teach you how to market those thoughts, put them in the paper, and market your business. The next thing we're going to talk about tonight is pricing. All right, how to set your pricing. There's always a lot of times where people come on and they post in the Facebook groups, they're posting online, they're asking me in person, they're texting, emailing. How do I set my pricing? Do you think I'm charging enough for my wares? How much should I charge for this? What do you think about charging for that? You know what? So we're going to break down some pricing things tonight, and we're going to give you some models that you can use to set your pricing and get yourself going. All right. All right. All right. I'm excited. I hope you are excited. Um, hey, my voice gets loud when I'm animated and I'm hyped up. So please don't think I'm screaming at you. It's just me excited about this information, excited about getting it out to you all and moving forward in the picnic business. This is a market that's still growing. There's a lot of room for us to still grow. And a lot of people get into it and then they jump out of it because they don't follow the techniques. They don't follow the game plan. They don't set a game plan. They're winging it. So guess what? That's why tonight we're going from winging it to winning it, because we're going to follow these formulas and we're going to get you off to a great start. If you're new to the business, if you've been in the business for a while, if you've had success in the business, we're going to take you to the next level. If you're new, we're going to get you started. If you've been in it for a while, we're going to get you on that next level. All right. All right. So here we go. Defining your picnic DNA. All right. First thing we need to do is you need to articulate your brand's core identity. Who are you? Who are you? You know, what's your signature? You know, are you a romantic escape picnic owner? Are you a chic gathering picnic owner? Do you do slumber parties? You know, are you a boho picnic person? Do you do kids parties? Do you specialize in weddings? Do you specialize in proposals? You know, do you specialize in ladies' days out? Do you specialize in bridal parties? Who are you? Define your core identity. Okay. Here are 3 questions that you need to ask yourself. What's your signature? Okay. What's your signature? What is your luxury lifestyle? Do you want your company to be known for? What do you want your brand to be known for? What is the aesthetic of your business? Okay. Self-explanatory. What's your aesthetic? Right. Next question. Define your service ethos. What is it? What are you about? What does that mean? What are your core values? What are your beliefs? What is your approach to providing services to your clients? What are your non-negotiables? That's what that is. What are things that you will not bend on for nothing? The things that you want to get across to your customers that define your business lifestyle, that defines your picnic DNA, the core, the heart and soul of your business. So you need to figure those things out. Okay. Okay. All right. Second thing you need to do, figure out your DNA and define it. Map your ideal client persona. Okay. You start out with your target market, right? As we just talked about earlier. Who do you want to serve? Are you in this thing for romance, couples outings, chic gatherings? You're doing slumber parties for kids parties, you're doing hotel decor, setup rooms, you're doing boho style, beach picnics. What are you in this for? You know, that's your target market, right? So you want to break that target market down into 2 to 3 high value segments. Okay, so you're doing romantic escapes, right? So who are you targeting? You're targeting couples looking for a romantic getaway. Maybe they want to get away from the children. Maybe they just want to spice things up. Maybe they just want to switch things up. Maybe they're couples that go out every week and do something different. Okay. Are they seeking anniversary moments? You know, are they parents? Are they where the spouse just wants to send the other one out for a ladies' night or a fellas' night? Okay. And for each persona that you outline, that you break your target market down and you make this ideal client persona, you have to outline their lifestyle triggers. What are they looking for? What pain are you solving for them? Okay, yep. All right, I want these couples. I'm looking for couples that want to go out, have a nice time away from the kids. What are you solving for them? You're solving a pain for them. You're solving a pain point for them. You are providing a service that will allow them for 2 to 4 hours to have a romantic setup at a beach location, at a hotel room, at a venue, at a park, at a restaurant, wherever they choose or wherever you choose to have this, that's what you're providing for them. That's the lifestyle triggers that you have to outline for each client persona you break down. Okay. Then you have to figure out what way do they like to communicate. The younger generation, they don't like to talk on the phone. Everything is text, IG. You come up with the next generation, there's a mixture of using the phone and text, email. So that's how you got to figure out how you got to communicate with them, how you going to get the information out to them. Older generations more Facebook, younger generations more TikTok and IG. So you got to figure out where are they preferring their communication. So you go to the older crowd, they like to read mail. They may check an email, or you have to go out and actually show them, go where they are, go to the American Legion, go to the Veterans of Foreign Wars halls, go to the bingo nights. That's where they are. So you got to figure out their preferred method of communication, how you will get your message across to them to let them know that you exist. Because if they don't know you exist, they don't know you're in business. And if they don't know you are in business, you can't get business. Okay. All right. So you got to make sure you do that. And then you have to ask yourself, what item could I add onto all of this that will take the experience for them to the next level? What is something that this age group loves that I'm targeting? What is something that this ideal persona, what do they target? What do they love? As this younger generation, they love taking pictures, posting them on social media. Some people, the middle age group, they love to take pictures, post them on Facebook. So maybe what do? You go and you get cameras. You take disposable cameras or something. Have them available for them. Have signage so that they can post it right to social media. Have some links there where they can share the links with you, right? Okay. All right. And then the next thing you want to do, the third thing you want to do is match your service elements to their strengths. All right. Excuse me, to your strengths. Okay. What are you good at producing? What are you good at? What's your main skill set, your go-to that without a doubt nobody can equal you, but they can't beat you at it? What's your strength? So you want to match what you sell and what you promote to your strengths. Okay. What are you good at producing? Are you good at floral arrangement, floral artistry? Are you good at tablescapes, setting the bomb table? Are you good at setting great ambiance? You know how to pick the craziest, most beautifulest spots out there in your area so that people know, hey, I know exactly when the sun set. I know how it's going to look at this spot at this time. Boom, you want to be there. Is that what you're good at? Okay. So you want to build your business and your packages around that skill set. Okay. You want to align your offerings with that talent to guarantee that every time you jump out there, every time you have a client and you're putting on an event, that it goes off flawlessly, that it goes off without a hitch. Why? Because you know you're good at it and you can execute that every time. You can execute that with your eyes closed because that's how good you are at it. That's how good you are at it. So that's why you want to do that. Okay. And then you want to align it with that feeling that you want to bring out of them. You want to, because you're going for a goal. You're going for the opportunity to create a memory for them. You want this to be a memorable occasion so that On the back end, as we'll talk later, you want that referral from them. You want them to, oh man, you can't believe the experience I had at TDA Picnic Services. You will not believe the time we had at XYZ's event, man. They put on an awesome show. So that's what you want to do, okay? All right. And the bonus one, I'm gonna throw in a bonus tip for you guys right here. Okay. You want to look in your area, right? And you want to find that white space, that empty space, that void that no one is taking advantage of, that you know there's a need for in your area, and you hear people talk about it. You got your ear to the ground. You hear people discussing it. Why don't we have a nice little place where we can go out to the park and just sit there and watch the ducks while we have a nice bottle of wine, a nice bottle of champagne, or we just sitting there drinking water or sparkling water? Why can't we just have somewhere where we can go out on a nice boat ride, find that white space? And what you want to do when you find that white space, you want to insert your picnic into it. You want to get your local landscape into it. You want to find that gap in the local picnic landscape or that local thing that nobody's taking advantage of. And what do you call that? You call that leveraging the competitive gap. So you can close that gap. You're going to be the plug for that gap that everyone's been thinking about and no one has taken advantage of. So you want to do that. You want to fill that leverage gap. Okay. All right. Y'all with me so far? Hope you with me so far. All right. The last one, the last thing you want to do is the 3 yes fit test. The 3 yes fit test. Okay. This is crazy. Write this down. Write this down. Brand fit. Here's the second one. A, game execution. Okay. Third one, client magnet. Okay. Now, if you can answer yes to these 3 questions, you're onto something, right? Okay. Brand fit. Write this next to it. Does it reinforce your picnic DNA? Again, brand fit. Does it reinforce your picnic DNA? A game execution. Write this next to that. Can you and or your team deliver it flawlessly every time? Okay. A game execution. Can you or your team deliver it flawlessly every time? Okay. Third one, client magnet. Will your ideal client, that persona you built, that subset you built, that's who you've been marketing to, will your ideal client immediately get what you're offering and pay for the experience? Will your ideal client immediately get and pay for the experience you're offering? If you can answer yes to those 3 things, you're defining your picnic DNA and you're off to a great running start. All right. Okay. Any questions on that part right there? We're going to take some questions. If you have a question right now, if not, we're going to move on to the next part. Okay. No questions? Let's hit it. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep this energy going. Hopefully you're taking beautiful notes. All right. Marketing pillars. Marketing pillars. Here we go. First, we're going to talk about your digital presence and branding. Then we're going to get into your social media content marketing. Then we're going to jump into your local network and partnerships. Fourth, we're going to talk about paid marketing. Smart, not wasteful. Then we're going to talk about community involvement. Then we're going to talk about client relations. And then we have, yet again, another 3 yes fit test. Okay? All right. So let's hop right into it. Digital presence and branding, right? So what are the first things you want to do? You want to make sure you have a website. Nobody takes you serious if you don't have a website. Most people, when you want a business or you tell them you're in business for something, they want to know, what's your web address? Is there a website I can go look at? Are there pictures I can see? Telling them, yes, you can go to my IG, you can go to my Facebook. It's cool, it's fine, but you want to have a website. So you can run over to Fiverr and spend as little as $5 to have somebody build you a nice website. You can go to GoDaddy if you want to go the expensive route and have them build your website and run it for you. You can go to middle ground. You can do it yourself. You can go over to Wix, and then you can go over to Canva or Fiverr and get some ideas and build it yourself. But what you want that website to be is clean. Has to be mobile friendly, because most people are on their phones the majority of the time. They're not on their laptops or their desk computers. They're laying in bed at night scrolling, thinking for a different life. The next thing you have to have is booking options. How do they book with you? How do they book with you? So you got to have a booking platform on there, right? The next thing you got to have, as we talked about earlier, those photos. Got to have nice photos. And if you can, have photos with people in them, not just a photo of the setup. Have photos with people in them. Show people actually enjoying themselves, not just the setup on the ground, not just the boho setup, not just the tablescape, not just the flowers, not just the balloons. Show people laughing, enjoying themselves, loving each other, because you're going after romantic atmosphere. Build the picture for them. So make sure you have that in your photos. Okay. The last thing you need to have on that is your pricing. Don't have them guessing how much it is. Put it out there. Don't be ashamed of it. Put it out there. Let them know how much it costs you to have this experience. Okay. Beyond your website, you need to have your SEOs in line. You need to have your SEOs in line. What are SEOs? Your search engine optimizations, right? Okay. So you want to have blogs with posts. You want to have location words, where you are. You want to have as many hashtags as you can come up with. You know, like luxury picnic, hashtag Detroit, luxury picnic, hashtag Miami Beach, luxury picnic, hashtag Washington, D.C., luxury picnic, Birmingham, Alabama. Fill in your city. This will help you get ranked. in your area. So when people type in those words, you're the first thing that pops up. And all this is part of your digital presence and your branding. Okay. So you want to make sure you have that. Make sure you do that every time. That'll bring you to the top of Google searches in your area. Okay. Last thing on digital presence and branding, you want to have consistent visuals. Consistent visuals. Roland, Coach Rowe, what does that mean? You want to have the same colors, the same font, the same logo across all your media platforms, including your website. Everything has to match. You don't want to have people guessing, wait a minute, is this DOC Events? Or is this another company, DOC Events? You want all your branding to match. So that's why it's very important when you're choosing your logo and you're choosing your colors that you choose something that you like and that you enjoy, that personifies your DNA and personifies that you're in a picnic business. This is what you're in, the event business. Okay. And across all media platforms, it has to be the same. That means your Facebook has got to look like your IG. Your IG has got to look like your TikTok. Your TikTok has got to look like your website. Your business flyers got to look like your website. Your business cards got to look like your business flyers. Consistency, consistency, consistency. Why do you need consistency, Coach Rowe? Because it builds trust. People know your brand. They know what they're going to get. When you go to Chick-fil-A, you see that Chick-fil-A, you know what you're going to get. And that's what you want your brand. When people see your brand, it's always the same. They know what they're going to get because you're consistent. And if you want everything to be consistent, you got to use your consistent visuals that we just talked about. Same colors, same font, same logo across all your media platforms, be they ground media or social media. All right. Okay. Number 2, social media content marketing. You want to be a social media storyteller. So you want to have your TikTok. You want to have your IG. You want to have before and after reels. You want to have client reactions. You want to have client testimonials. All right. Let's break it down. Before reels. Show reels of you setting up. Show reels of you setting up. Talk the audience through what you're doing. Make them a part of your family. Tell a story. Yeah, I'm out here. I'm at the park. It's 6 a.m. We've got a sunrise picnic coming. He's going to propose at 7:30. The sun's going to be right here. I'm setting up. We're out here on site. You and your team, you interviewing them, you ask them questions, and you tell them exactly what you're doing at that point in time. The after reel. Hey, just had a successful sunrise proposal this morning. Yes, she did say yes. So they're going to be married. I'll let you know when the date is. Now we're breaking down this morning. We're out here earlier. Hopefully you saw our earlier video. Now we're breaking it down. We're cleaning up. See you at our next event. You can take that reel before and after. You can chop them up and you can have endless content to run on your social media. Okay? Client reactions. You want to get those client reactions right away. Right away. Right away. While the excitement is fresh, while the memory is fresh. And if you can't get it right away, you at least want to get it within 24 hours. While it's fresh, while they still excited, while the memory, while everything is just so fresh in their mind, it's saturating every thought that they have, that you want that there. So you want to get that as soon as possible. And you can tie that into a testimonial. You can do a quick video. Hey, Hey, this is Roland. I just had the most awesome time with the Yossi events. Man, the missus, she enjoyed our anniversary picnic. He was so surprised. The food was excellent. Oh, they surprised us with the saxophonist tonight. He played our favorite songs. This is great. Hey, if you're looking for a good time out for you and the missus, or you and your significant other, make sure you holler at DOC events. Quick testimonial. You want that. And again, you want it right away on the scene if you can get it. If not, you want that within 24 hours of their event ending. Okay. The next thing you want is user generated content. You want to encourage them to tag you in every picture they post. Hashtag XYZ Picnics put this on for me. Shout out to XYZ Picnics for putting this on. Shout out to Diosa Events for another great outing. Whatever it is, you want them to use you so that you can get the benefit of it, of reaching a new audience. So you want to encourage them to tag you in everything. Okay. Then you want to do educational posts. You want to provide tips on whatever your skill set is, whatever that killer skill set that you have is, whatever that thing we talked about a little earlier that you're awesome at, that nobody can beat you at. They may can match you, but they can't beat you. You want to make posts about that. You want to show people your wares. Don't be afraid to share your talent. Because again, you know they can't beat you because nobody can do it like you. They can maybe match you, but they can't beat you. So don't be afraid. Make those educational posts. Okay. All right. So recapping number 2, the social media content. You want it to be a social media stellar. Excuse me. You want to be a social media storyteller. You want to make sure that you have user generated content where they're tagging you and everything. And then you want to do those educational posts where you're just dropping gems and tips on skills that you have, enticing people to come. All right. Okay, let's get on to number 3, local networking and partnerships. Who do you want to partner with? You want to build relationships with venues. You want to build relationships with parks, with wineries, rooftop spaces, hotels, etc., etc., etc. You get the idea? You want to build relationships with them. So you'll have go-to places. You want to build a relationship with the park ranger at your local park or the park police at the local park. So they know you on a first name basis. So they'll look out for you. They'll give you tips about what's going on in the park, or hey, this is a better spot, or hey, you know what, there's been some noise that we might be closing on this day, so don't have any bookings on this day. Hey, this section is being remodeled, so you might want to promote that to your business. They're putting in a new boat dock, or hey, they're adding a new flower rose garden, or they're expanding the man-made river or something. So you wanna have a relationship with people at the parks, at the venues, at the beach, at the wineries, at the rooftop, at the event space centers. You want to build that relationship. You want to locally network with them. You want to partner with them. Okay. And if you can, try to lock in exclusivity with them. So you have first right. They're going to come to you first. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to find out if it's possible if they promote you, cross promote. You promote them, they promote you. You built a partnership. Okay. Then you want to have vendors that you cross promote with, photographers, caterers, event planners, florists, bakeries. Each partner exposes you to a client pool that you didn't have before. And again, you want to cross promote. You want to have them promote you, and you want to promote them because they're going to bring in an audience that you normally wouldn't reach, and you're going to bring them an audience they normally wouldn't reach. Okay. So you want to do that with your vendor cross promotion. Okay. And then position yourself as the plug. We talked about this earlier about being a plug. Position yourself as the plug. Set up an event ran by you where you bring all these people together. Let them mingle, right? Create an atmosphere where they're interacting with each other, they're networking with each other, and they're opening themselves up to even more business that they normally wouldn't have. And guess what? They're going to thank you for it. They're going to call on you for it. Why? Because you brought them all together. You're the glue. You're the plug. Okay? So you make sure you do that. Next thing you want to do is please, 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 I beg you to make sure you're part of your local chamber of commerce. It's the most simplest way to get exposure. It's either going to be free or it's going to be very cheap for you to join your chamber of commerce. So please, please, I implore you, I beg you to make sure that you join your local chamber of commerce. All right? Please, please, I beg you. The next one we're going to talk about is paid marketing. Smart, not wasteful. You see a lot of people advertising on Facebook, paying for their advertisements. You see a lot of people advertising on IG, paying for their services. You get them all the time. We probably get more of those now than we do actual information and posts from our friends. So if you're going to get into that, please be smart. Please allocate your funds accordingly. Where am I going to allocate my funds, Coach Rowe? To your DNA. Go back to your DNA. That's why we did it. So you want to make sure when you're spending that money, you're hitting who you want to hit. Not just Lottie, Dottie, and everybody, as they say. You're hitting Susie and Robert. You're hitting Karen and George. You're hitting Bernard and Michelle. That's because you're going after couples. That's who you're hitting. That's what you want to make sure you're hitting. So this is where your DNA comes into play. That's why that's the first thing we talked about tonight is your DNA, right? Okay. And you want to focus on the platform that your clients frequent the most. Again, go back to what we talked about earlier, right? What did we talk about? What did we talk about? Think on it. Think on it before I give you the answer, right? Their preferred way of communications. Here it comes back again. That's why we did the DNA. That's why it's important. So you got to know where they hang out at, how they like to communicate. Again, let's take younger crowd, older crowd. Younger crowd, IG. Older crowd, Facebook. So you want to put those marketing dollars in the right place to the right audience. Okay? Then you want to do Google ads for your local area. Okay? You want to realize you got to use the keywords that people are looking for. The words that when they actually hit that search button, someone actually searches for, right? So only pay when you know someone's actually looking for those words. So events near me is a big one. Make sure you use that. Luxury picnics near me, luxury outdoor outings near me, parks near me. All those things you want to incorporate in your Google Ads. Those are the keywords in your SEOs that you want to put out there. That's why those hashtags are so important. So anytime those things pop up, those words pop up, you want your business name to pop up in that, right? So that's what you want to do. Okay. The next one, sponsored posts. What's that, Coach Ro? Well, we want you to reach out to your local lifestyle influencers in your area. Those people that have between 5K and 15K followers. Those are the ones who are going to give you your best return on your investment. So what are you offering them? Hey, a small percentage of the bookings that you get based off of their recommendation and their usage, or you can offer them free service or a combination of both. So you can have them set up, hey, if you want a luxury picnic, book a DLC events, use my hashtag ABC, receive 15% off your first booking. Someone registers with you for a picnic. They call you about an event. You set it up. They say, hey, I got a coupon. ABC said if I said them or use them, mention them, I receive 15% off on my first order. Yep, there you go. Boom. So you know it came from them. Now you go ahead and whatever payment or whatever service you decided to provide for your influencer, now you pay them out or now you give them that service. Okay? All right. The next one is community involvement. You want to be a part of your community. You want to give to your community as much as you take out. You want to be known for as a giving business. Someone's out in the community that has the touch and the pulse of what's going on in your city. So you want to be involved. So how do you get involved? You want to be a sponsor at local events. You want to do donations at local events. You want to do charity tie-ins. You say, hey, every 6 picnics that's booked by someone in our area, we're going to give a free picnic away to the shelter. We're going to give a free picnic away to the neighborhood clinic. We're going to give a free neighborhood outing, bring the children down for a nice fun day with snacks, face painting or whatever. Those are the type of things you want to do to be involved in your community because people are going to love the fact that you are giving back, that you are giving just as much as you are taking from the community because you really and truly you want to give more than you're taking out. They will love you for it, or you might want to contribute a meal or your services that you're great at. You might just want to contribute a charcuterie board to an upcoming event. Anything, an auction, anything. You might want to auction off one of your picnics. But whatever you do, let the community know that you're involved, that you care, and you are there with your feet on the ground. You have an ear to the ground. You have your feet on the ground. You know what's going on. They know your name. Oh, yeah, that's Roland. He owns DOC Events. You looking for a nice something different to do for the missus? Holla at them. They can set you up with a great picnic or a great hotel room. Or you know what? You looking for some ideas out of town? Holla at them. They may have a plug in the city that you're going to. That's where you're involved. Your name is out there. People know you. Okay. The next one, client relations. Right. You want to make sure, again, after the event, post event, you follow up with your clients. You follow up by sending them a handwritten note with a gift card or a voucher saying thank you for booking with us. We hope your experience was great. You mentioned something about the event so they know that it's not a robot or GBT generated, that they know that you actually wrote this because you mentioned something about their event. And you put in there a gift card, $10, $15, $20 gift card. Or you put a voucher in there, 10, 15, 20, $25 off their next booking with you. All right. You want to create a list of all your customers that you had, and you want to keep in touch with them. You want to send reminders. Hey, we're 6 months out from your birthday. Just checking on you guys. Hey, 6 months later, happy birthday. Hey, happy holidays. Hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Hey, happy New Year. You want to keep them in mind. You want to keep sending reminders so that they keep your business in the front of their minds. Okay. You want to tell them, hey, happy anniversary. Then, you may want to give them loyalty perks. Hey, you book with me, you send 3 more people my way, I'll give you a free event. I'll put on a free picnic for you. You know what I mean? That's how you take advantage of that. That's you're building those relationships. So you want to keep your client relations up and running. All right? Okay. Now, the 3 yes tests. Let's go back to it. Those same 3 yeses again. Is it a brand fit? Can you execute what you promised? Have you built a relationship? If you can answer yes to all those three things, you've done great with your social media and your on the ground community marketing and your client relations marketing. If you can answer yes to those 3 things, you've done it. All right? Okay. Now, we're going to get into this next one, right? This is crazy. We're talking guerrilla marketing. We're talking getting out there and beating the streets. What's the hit this summer? Boots on the ground. We're talking being out there with your boots on the ground. All right, write this down. Guerrilla marketing. Guerrilla marketing. What is guerrilla marketing, Coach Rowe? Guerrilla marketing is about creativity, being surprising. It's low budget, but it has high impact plays. And here's some of the areas we're going to talk about with that, right? Number 1, we're going to talk about your street level visuals. Then we're going to talk about your surprise activities. Then we're going to talk about word of mouth sparks. Then we're going to talk about seasonal hijacks. We're going to come back again with the community involvement. We'll come back with the client relations. And then we're going to come back again with the 3 yes tests for this one, right? Okay, number 1, street level visuals. How can I do that? Chalk art. If you're a great drawer, you get out there and do it yourself. If you're not, you can hire somebody to do the drawing for you. In my case, I'll have to hire somebody to do the drawing for me. Never be afraid to pay for what you don't know how to do or you're not comfortable doing as an entrepreneur because you want it tight and right. All right. So chalk art. What you want to do? You want to make eye-catching drawings of picnic baskets, wine glasses, blankets, um, charcuterie boards, fruit displays, anything, just chalk art and label it, you know. And what you want to have on the bottom of it is your low-key information, your IG, your website, your email address, so people know how to get in contact with you when they see the art, right? Okay. Another way of street level visuals is a pop-up blanket zone. Lay a branded blanket out in a busy, popular area, or park or a high travel area, at the beach, at the resort, at the football games, at the little league games, at the college games, the pro games, the cheerleading competitions. Lay out a zone where you got a blanket area. What you want to put on this? You want to do picnic props. You want to have your flowers out. You want to have your charcuterie board out. You want to have your wine glasses out. You want to have a basket with branded goods. You want to have everything with your name on it. Then you want to have a QR code. QR codes are free. All you got to go over to is type in free QR code and create one right online. Just plug in your information and the QR code is created, printed out. People scan the code, it goes right to your information, to your website, your booking, everything. That's, again, let's go back. That's why it's important to have a website. Okay. All right. So you want to have those activities at the street level of it. You want to be out passing out the flyers. You want to be out giving sample of your wares. Those are things that you can do on the street level. You can put on a picnic just for you and have people ask questions, have flyers there, have the QR code there, all those things you want to do, right? Okay. Number 2, surprise activities. You want to do a mini sample setup. Instead of doing a full setup, create a teaser picnic. Small picnic that has a couple of things in it that just people can stop by, ask you questions. Where you want to put these at? You want to post up at your local farmer's market. You want to post up outside your local Safeways or Giants. Those are local to my area. So your local grocery stores. Some people have the Food Line, the Piggly Wiggly, Ralph's, Kroger, whatever. You want to post up at those places. You want to post up at outdoor festivals. You want to post up at college campuses. Uh, you want to post up at the sporting events, as I said. Now, at these things, when you're doing this mini teaser, you don't have to have food. It's okay if you don't have it. It's not a necessity that you do have it. But if you do have it, it adds something to it. What you're going for is the aesthetic. You want to make sure the aesthetic is enough. You want to show them having fun. You want to show what could be possible to them. You want to have something there that draws them over, take a look and ask questions, right? Okay. The next surprise activity you want to do is a flash photo opportunity. Set up a full style picnic, not the micro mini one, but a full style picnic in a high traffic area. And you want to encourage people, hey, come take a photo. Encourage people to come over and take a photo on their camera and on your camera. And then what do you want to do? You want to make sure they tag you. You want to make sure you tag them. You want to, and what is that called? You're asking for the tagging rights. That gets you, again, free exposure to a wider audience that you normally would not have reached. So, again, do a flash photo op, have them sit down, taste your food, taste the wine, taste the sparkling beverages if you can't have wine in your area. but you just want to have them sit down and you want to do that flash photo op. It's great free publicity. You don't want to miss that. Okay. All right. Next one, word of mouth sparks. You want to have some leave behind items, right? What is that? You want to have branded items that you can give out: a shirt, a hat, pen, a bottle of water, anything with your label on it, anything with your branding on it. You want to have those items, right? It could be traditional flyers. You have a chalkboard display out. You can have handmade postcards shaped like picnic blankets. You can have business cards with all your information on it. You can have the QR code. You can have giveaway mini baskets. You can have fidgets, widgets, whatever it is. But what you want to do, you want to make sure that you brand whatever it is with your information. That's the most important part. Okay. The next part of word of mouth that we want to do is you want to do ambassador seating. Ambassador seating. Right? So what is that? You want to gift a scaled down version of your picnic or a scaled down picnic basket or some branded items with fruit and water, in the inside of it. You want to leave it and give it to somebody as an invitation, and what are you asking them in return? You're asking them to post about your business. You're asking them to post about how they enjoyed the picnic or how they enjoyed the basket. Now, your target again is you should shoot for the micro influencers in your area, those people that have between 5K and 15K followers. But the everyday person is good as well, right? So you want to do that, okay? You want to do that, all right? Next one, seasonal hijacks. Sounds just like what it says. You want to hijack a season, right? You want to have a holiday twist. So you want to do twists where, you take over Valentine's Day and you're sending fake love notes. You're sending faux love notes, and you're leaving them at the local floor shops. You're leaving them at coffee shops. You're leaving them at diners. You're leaving them at the card shop, on the counters, where people are thinking about whatever it is. I just use Valentine's Day as an example, but whatever it is Mother's Day, wherever people are going to go, excuse me, looking for those things for that holiday. That's where you want to hijack, right? So you want to do it where they frequently that, right? And you want to use cute little taglines like next date deserves to be under the stars. Scan here, where your QR code or send them to your information, talking about the romantic Valentine's Day setup and sale that you have going on. Right? Okay, let's use another holiday. Let's say Thanksgiving, right? You want to hijack Thanksgiving? You can hand out recipe cards at grocery stores or markets. Excuse me. Have one of your favorite recipes on it, right? Or favorite family recipe, right? Each card, it doubles as a free picnic/event, reminder for you. You put it out there. You gave them a nice recipe they might try at home, but it also has your branded information on it, right? You might want to do a giveaway where you can, have a drawing where they fill out one side, you give them the other side that has your information on it. You have their information on it. You can use it as a raffle or a giveaway, and you can announce the winner for whatever promotion you want to be. It could be, something that you can give away a free turkey. You can give away a free setup in their house. You can give a free relaxation treat. You can give away a free movie night at their house or at a venue somewhere you choose. All this is win-win for you. It's not costing you anything, if at all. And, it may be free, it may cost you a little bit of money, but not a lot. These are things that's not costing you a lot, as a lot of us are just starting out or don't have that income to put out there. Again, we got to be smart with the money. Okay. And then, you could offer them, here's a key one, a good one, right? You could offer a Black Friday special to them where they get a discount off of booking on Black Friday because you're running a Friday sale. But then also you could offer them, a free leftover Lux, is what I like to call it. Leftover Lux, where, hey, they've been out Black Friday shopping all day long. When they come home, you got some cocoa waiting for them. You got some sandwiches waiting for them. You got a nice charcuterie board waiting for them. You've got a chef who prepared a mini meal for them, nothing extravagant over the top, but something quick for them to eat. And you can offer them cocoa, coffee, teas, you know, all of your branded merchandise, all this branded by you, water, you know, and you can say, hey, we're gonna set this up for you. Y'all been out shopping. I know you want to come in and just relax and just kick back with the family. They may be going home the next day or that Sunday. So hey, we just want to give you guys a quick relaxation moment with the family movie. Drink some cocoa, reminisce, make memories. Those are the things you have to realize we're in the business of. We're in the business of making people make memories, things that they remember. We don't want to be just a flash in the pan moment. We want to make sure they make memories. Okay? Here's another one we can do. Let's take Christmas. You can make voucher ornaments, you know, give them, give away a picnic for later in the season when it's warm outside, or you can put on there book by a certain date and get a percentage off. And then let's go back to relationships, right? And this is where the next two come into play: community involvement and client relations. You can do a Santa picnic stop. You can partner with the local organization. You can partner with the local photographer. You can partner with a local chamber of commerce. You can partner with the local church, a local community center, anyone, to create a mini photo shoot where someone can come in and take pictures, bring their kids and their family in a safe environment, take pictures with Santa. And while they're there, you can create a mini picnic area for the families that's waiting in line. So there you are. You're promoting your business. You're further promoting your business, right? Okay. Now we're down to number 7, and we're coming to the end. We're at the end, y'all. Thank y'all for sticking with us so far. Hope you've got plenty of notes to get out there and get started with tomorrow. We're down to the 3 yes tests. Again, we're down to the 3 yes tests again, right? What do we want to know? What do we want to know? Does everything we just did fit our brand? Is it a brand fit? Are we still on brand? Next one. Can I deliver on my promises? Can I deliver on my promises? Third one. Did I hit my target audience? Is it a client magnet again? Will my ideal client immediately get it, accept it, and pay for it? If you can answer yes to those three things, you have mastered guerrilla marketing. You have done it. You have done what you set out to do. Okay? All right. All right. Now, here we go with the big one. Here we go with the big one. This is the last part we're going to cover tonight. We're talking about pricing, the pricing playbook, right? So the pricing stack has 12 building blocks. 12 building blocks. We're going to tackle the first 6 right here on this page. Direct costs. Labor, that's all in door to door or door to blanket. We're going to talk about overhead. Then we're going to talk about your profit target. Then we're going to talk about your dynamic or your surge pricing. Then we're going to talk about your risk contingencies. Okay? So, direct costs, right? Your direct costs. Those are your items that you got to pay for off the top. Your food and beverage, your florals, your greenery, your blankets, your linens, your disposables, your permits, your venue fees, your ice, your water, your wear and tear, your cleaning supplies, etc., etc., etc. Those are all things on your direct costs that you have to take into consideration when setting your price. Next, labor. Your pre-production. You're getting all this stuff together. The time you spend getting all this stuff together. Your sourcing of it. Making sure it's allocated to the right spot, in the right position, you have everything. Packing, putting it in the car, taking it out the car. Your travel time. Your setup. Here's the most important part. These two right here. What is your hourly rate of pay? Because most picnics are from 1 to 2 hours, but it takes you about 4 hours because you got to have an hour for setup, you got to have an hour for breakdown. If you're offering a 4-hour picnic, now you're talking 6 hours. So you got to have hour setup, hour breakdown, 4-hour picnic, right? What is your rate of pay per hour? Lastly, on the labor, how much you paying your staff? Okay. Number 3, your overhead, your insurance, your certificate of insurance, your vehicle maintenance, your gas. How much you paying for your software platform? How much you paying for Canva to make your flyers, invitations, whatever you have? Your QuickBooks or whatever booking tool you use. Your marketing budget. The depreciation of your inventory. Your laundry and dry cleaning. Number 4, your profit target. Did you set your margin so that you can hit your profit target? You have to price yourself so you can hit it, not hope to hit it, but definitely hit it. All right. Number 5, dynamic and surge pricing. Are you charging more for your premium dates, holiday dates, 4th of July, Juneteenth, Labor Day, Christmas, Thanksgiving, MLK Day, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Cinco de Mayo? Are you charging more for those dates and times? Are there times in the day where your picnics are less expensive? Friday afternoon compared to a Saturday afternoon, or a Sunday afternoon compared to a Tuesday afternoon? So those are the things you want to do with your dynamic pricing. Okay. Number 6, your risk and your contingencies, breakage and damage. Do you have your reserves? Last minute hiccups and changes. Do you have your backup inventory? Okay. All right. Now, here are the last 6: capacity and utilization. How many events can you handle in a week? How many can you handle in season? How many can you handle in the off season? Because if you live in an area like I do, we have weather. We have all 4 seasons. Now it's getting dark at 7:30 as compared to 9, 8, or 9 o'clock. Each day is getting shorter and shorter. The pools are closed after Labor Day. Some parks are closed after Labor Day. Some portions of schools and parks are closed. Okay. Next, your pricing architecture. How you present your price. Are you doing a flat rate? Or are you doing a good, better, and best rate? Are you doing a base setup with a per person rate? Are you doing a time block rate? Are you doing travel zone rates? And are you doing premium add-ons? Okay. Number 9, policies that protect your margins. Do you have a minimum order value that you won't go out the house unless you're making ... Do you have a retainer or a deposit? Are you offering a payment schedule? Have to pay you this amount up front, this 14 days before your event, this 7 days before your event? Do you have a rescheduling and a cancellation policy or fee? Do you have overtime charges built in? Do you have damage deposit built in? All right. Number 10, your payment platforms. Are you charging the sales tax? Are you going to cover it? Or are you expecting them to cover it? This you have to decide which line items that you're going to absorb, and you have to price yourself accordingly. Are you paying for the credit card processing fee? Or are you passing that on to the clients? Here's a very important one. Do you have guardrails in place? Come real close when I tell you this one. Come on in. Come closer, closer, closer. Make sure you hear me. Time equals money. Your time equals money. The base length of your picnic and whatever your additional costs may be, because your time equals money. People wasting your time, they're costing you money. Your travel zones. Are you saying that 0 to 20 miles is included? and then there's a fee, let's say $5 per mile after a certain amount, then are you doing holiday, rush, premium items? Are you guardrailing against that? Because it's gonna cost you more because someone else is in a hurry. There's an old saying: the fire in your barn doesn't move my horses. Just because you waited to the last minute to do something, now you want to do this, you're putting more pressure on me. So we got to pay for that. And the last one, the pricing model. What pricing model are you using? Okay. And what's your pricing philosophy? Again, are you going with a set price, or are you going with a good, better, and best pricing? And then when you look at it, right, what's your target? Because you got to have a hero in there and you got to have a decoy. You got to have, if you're going with the three tier pricing, the good, better, best, you got to have a hero. That's the target. That's the one you want them to buy. So that's the one that makes you the money, right? Now, if they go for the primo one, hey, that's extra, that's bonus. But you want to keep them away from the decoy. What's the decoy? It's the one that's just a little less valuable. Slightly, I hate to use the word worse, but slightly beneath the hero. Gives you some good stuff, but doesn't give you that hero. So you got to figure out how you want to price yourself. Flat, or you want to go good, better, best. Now, I'm not going to tell you which one to use. Is your choice. But if you want to know which one you should use, you have questions for me, hey, you can get at me. We can talk about your business, and I can give you what I think. But until you have everything in line and we figure out and talk about what you're trying to do, I can't say which one is best. But you can get at me, rfazon at docevents.com, and I can help you out with that if you want a question. All right. So let's look at this. Let's look at a classic picnic, right? A two-person, 2-hour classic picnic. We got the event price equals the direct cost plus the labor plus the overhead plus the reserve. We got our profit. We got our processing. And then we got what it looks like. We're going to charge $300 in a close scenario, right? So the direct cost for us, look at your notes with things that are direct costs, right? Okay, you remember? You remember? Want me to refresh your memory? That's your food and beverage, your flowers, your greenery, your linen, your disposables, any fees you might have to pay, any ice, water, candles. The total for this one, this picnic at this model, came up to $67. Okay. Then we had our charcuterie ingredients for 2 people. That cost us $32. All right. We had water, cost us $3. 2 bottles, we paid $1.50 for. We had a bug repellent spray in there and they used it. We got that from the dollar store. So it cost us $1. We got some florals. It was $22. The ice, candles, the miscellaneous stuff was $3. The cleaning supplies was $4.50. All right, that's how we got to that. All right. Then we did our labor, door to door or door to blanket, as we said, right? We was 3.75 hours. We want to make $22 an hour. So that brought us up to $82.50. All right. We spent a half hour loading, little over half hour unloading, the drive. the setup, the strike, that's setting up the event, the laundry reset, and then we put a little buffer in there for the admin part that we had to do, right? Okay. Overhead allocation, right? The insurance, the software we use, the marketing, everything we use to get to them, the depreciation of our equipment because we're using it again. It's out in the elements, right? And then we did our fixed reserve, breakage, or weather, just in case something got damaged. That's $10. Then we had our processing free from Stripe or GoDaddy or whoever we use as our processor, Honeybook, whoever, right? On $300 is 3.3%. So that cost us $9.90. Total cost $2. Excuse me. Total cost $200. $209.40 at $300. Our net profit, we made $90.60 on this picnic. So if you're pricing yourself at $250, $275, $300, is that what you set out to do, was make $90.60 for that picnic? Or do you think you should be charging more? Come close again. Remember, time equals money. You're not giving this away. Time equals money. Make sure you're charging your worth. That's it. Make sure you're charging your worth. All right? All right. Woo! We made it through, y'all. I saw some questions popping up in the chat. I'm going to get to those right now. And then we're going to talk about, before I do that, let's talk about tomorrow morning. Ooh, wait, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be talking about artificial intelligence and the luxury picnic business, AI and the luxury picnic business. We're going to talk about beyond the blanket, that's growth and longevity, how to grow outside of being on the blanket, just outside in the summertime. How can we make this a year-round business, and how can you make yourself profitable and you can stand this business for a long time, your longevity, so you won't burn yourself out and get discouraged. Then we're going to talk about event psychology and buyers' behaviors, how we can defeat the no, the doubt, the worry. Is this legit? We're going to talk about all that tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. I'm psyched. I'm pumped. I hope y'all enjoy tonight. I hope you have tons and tons of notes, because we just gave straight information. No fluff. No fluff. Didn't sell you a bag of goods. We talked about things you can do right now that you can start working on to be ready to hit the ground running, promoting and amping your business up tomorrow morning, Monday morning, however long it takes you to get going. All right, all right. So I'm going to stop my share. And I'm going to head into turn my video on. And I'm going to hit and see what these questions are about. All right. Tanika says, Squarespace. Okay. I just today added a service fee to my pricing. $1,000 per picnic. That's right. If that's what you feel you are worth, you go for it. You go for it. That is 100% correct. You go for it. You go for it. You go for it. All right. Any other questions? We're open for questions right now. Let's shoot them out. Let's shoot them
Tanika,
out.
It's Tanika. It's
Yes.
Tanika. I have more than some questions, but I do need to let you know that I don't.
Well, you hit mute on me.
You owe me some time.
You got to start over because now you cut me out. You hit
Okay.
mute. So start from the beginning.
Okay, I was gonna say thanks for the information tonight, and you owe me some time, and I really want to get it because I'm hearing you, but it just be when I'm listening, it be a lot going on, and I know you said that this is recorded, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get the recording on this one, but I did hear some things that I wanted to ask you about because here soon I'm planning a pop-up event.
Yes.
And one thing I didn't hear you say is that, but I know have talked about it before that people are very visual. So I'm coming up on like in the next few days of doing my mock-up for my fall setup or what have you. And you were saying about the people taking pictures and all that. So how would I go by that? Because it's more like I did hear you say on the website, but all I have is pictures because I haven't been getting any business. So with that being said, I heard you say that, but what if it's some people that's listening that hasn't gotten business but have a website, you know?
So what's your question? How do you get people in your photos?
Yeah, like okay, like say I'm planning on going out Sunday, and I
Uh-huh.
heard you say the tag and all that, because at one time you gave us a homework assignment to do the QR code, and I done it. So with that being said, so how do we get do we have to get consent for people to use them if we was to use them for our website or just like a brief rundown on how to organize that, at least why to get the exposure at the same time, you know.
Mm-hmm. 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 So
So
what
I
do
guess
you
I'm asking, could you kind of give like maybe 3 bullet points on how I would do that? I know I would go out mock up. I have
mm-hmm.
the message board with which
Mm-hmm.
now I have one in camp. I'm gonna just go ahead and send it to Walgreens to go ahead and get it printed off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, what is it appropriate to let whoever know? Like when you say, "Come get a photo," tag
Mm-hmm.
me. You know,
Mm-hmm.
get a photo, tag me.
Mm-hmm.
Could you use those photos for your website? Because I don't have any with people. But
Mm-hmm.
I had business, but that's when it first came out.
Okay, we'll go back to that part, right? Okay. When we're talking about the flash photo ops, right?
Yeah.
One of the points that I made was you have to ask them for their tagging rights.
Mm.
So you're asking them, hey, is it all right if I tag you in photos for my website? That's the first thing. So you're asking for tagging rights for them. You let them
Mm-hmm.
know that, hey, this is what it's going to be used for. They say, okay, you got it. And in return, you ask them to tag you in theirs. Okay. Next thing is you have friends, you have family, you have coworkers. Put them in your photos.
Okay.
Make them your actors. Make them your photo op. Let them enjoy the benefits of your setup and use that as your promotional tools. Now you have people in your videos. Now you have people in your photos until you have actual clients, paying clients. But at this point, you're actually paying them to be your client.
Yeah.
You're letting them enjoy your wares in exchange for getting photos. So those are your two options on that right there.
All right.
Also,
So
we talked about okay. Also, we talked about the guerrilla marketing. We talked about the free doing some free stuff, some free setups. Again, do that and ask people for tagging rights, and you'll be ready to go. Okay.
all right, thank you. But
You
like
are
I said,
welcome.
I'm gonna read when you send out the report, and I'm gonna re-listen to it
Hmm.
because there's some things that I did want to read, to go over.
Hmm. And you are correct. You were on with me earlier this summer, and you won a free one-on-one with me. So all I need you to do is email me and let me know when you're ready. And if my schedule is clear, we'll do a one-on-one session to break down your DNA, break down your business, and get you started. So you're correct. I do owe you that. Okay. So
I
whenever you're
wasn't,
ready, it's still available for you.
I wasn't saying it like that, but I was like,
I got you.
I'm
No,
ready for my
I got
time.
you.
I'm
I
ready
got you
for my
saying.
time.
Yes, I understand what you're saying. It is still there for you. Yes, you did win that.
And it's another thing. What if you do it all?
What do you mean?
I don't know if someone that's on the Zoom, if they do the slumber parties, the picnics, the hotels, the birthdays, what if you do it all? So how do you not how do you DNA that?
Well, you can't be everything to everybody. You need to figure out what your niche is. And
Okay.
until what your specialty is. Again, to go back to what are your dominant skills? What are you best at? Okay. Now, we have a few members in our accelerator program
Hmm.
who are great at a lot of things.
Hmm.
And each of the things you just named, we have a few people. I can think of a couple right off the top of my head that they're great at all that stuff. But what one of them and in particular what she had to do was she had to scale it down. She said, I'm doing too much. I'm killing myself. She had so many talents and she
Uh-huh.
could do it all. But she had to scale it back. She's like, I'm killing myself.
Hmm.
So you gotta scale it just because everybody's gonna pull you in 1,000 different directions is the like the terminology she used. And she can't do it. She couldn't do it. She was burning herself out. So she had to focus in on that one thing that you're great. Now, once you build out a team that can do certain things for you, then you can do those things. Yes. But when you're by yourself, or you and someone else, or maybe two other people, no, don't do that. You're gonna kill yourself.
Okay, because I think when I started out, that's how that was. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And where I'm at with this business is just using what I got, and it's like everything. I have a movie set up. I have, oh my God. And I'm like,
Narrow it down.
and it's hard for me to
Narrow it
post
down.
all that. And I'm like, oh my
Narrow it
God.
down. You need to narrow it down until you build out that point. Let's get the basics started first, right? What do you do best? Um, I call it your run to mama moment, right? And again, if some of my students were on from the program, they would tell you I call it your run home to mama moment. When things go bad, and it comes from me being in a sports background, right? A football player. When things got tough in the game, and we were off kilter, what my coach would tell us is, all right, it's time to get back to the basics. What do we do great? We're good at running the ball. So we're going to run the ball until we get control back of this game or we get it even. So what do you do great? Because you're doing hotel rooms, you're doing picnics, you're doing slumber parties, you're doing horseback ride, you're doing balloons, you're doing flowers. What's the one thing that you do great if all else fails? Okay, in your instance, let's say it's slumber party. That's your run the mama moment. Cause like when a kid falls, what's the first thing you do? You run to mama, grandmama, papa. They pat you in your head. It's gonna be okay. You stop crying.
Yeah.
So you're all over the place. What's that thing you can run to that's gonna calm you down? What's that thing, using a sports analogy again, that you can connect with? Be like, we're gonna do this until we get control back of what's going on. Okay. So pick it out. Just pick. You have to pick what it is I'm great at. I know I'm good at all these, but what am I great at? And like I said before, I have a couple of students in there who had to come to this decision because they was killing themselves. Yeah, I'm good at all this, but I can't keep doing this. I'm burning myself out because I'm working on this, and then I can't really work on that because now I got to only give 40 minutes to that because I give 30 minutes to this, and you're burning yourself out right now. Now, once you build a team out and you can supervise and you can be the coordinator and you have people that can do those skills and you can jump in to assist and help them, then you can do that. But right now, pick one thing and focus on it.
So what I do with the stuff?
Rent it out or put it on the back burner because you will eventually use it. That's why, and see, this is why people need coaches, right? This is why Serena has a coach. This is why Michael had a coach. This is why Michael Jackson had a dance instructor. You got to have somebody to talk to reel you in. So one of the other things that I realized, and I like to teach is, don't jump out there buying everything. Buy what you need and what you know your clients have asked you for, not what you think they want, what they have asked you for. So now you may be sitting on a whole bunch of stuff that nobody even want, that you thought, that you like, that Tanika liked, but not Tanika's clients. Because you thought that's what they wanted. That's not what they were looking for. That's not who you want to serve. Because that doesn't align with your DNA. That doesn't align with your brand's lifestyle. So now you're stuck with. But if it's stuff you can eventually use, you'll get around to it because as you grow and scale, it's like you said, beyond the blanket, as you growth, once you have these things down pat, then you can go on to the next one. But you can't do them all at the same time. You can't be all over the place. You got to be focused.
So that you say that I could put the movie set up to the side, and if I hear somebody, but I won't say I can do it. I'll be like, I can rent it to you,
There
and
you
don't
go.
have no parts and setting
Thank
up
you.
nothing or nothing or nothing.
Thank
You
you.
get
You see,
you get
you
what I'm
got it.
saying? Like maybe
You know,
that could be.
you got what I was saying. You got what I was saying. Yes, there you go.
Is that
That's
what I
it
mean?
right there.
Because by this time, I'm just like, I keep looking at it when I go to my storage, and then it's like the season and change. I'm like, I can't post all this stuff in one day set.
Hey, here's what you do. You're in Alabama, right?
You know, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, Charlotte. That's right. I'm sorry, Charlotte.
Well, don't know
Um,
where they act like they don't want to spend no money.
uh, You got the NASCAR playoffs coming up. You got the Carolina Panthers playing.
Yeah.
Promote this thing, get it to some ladies and get it to some men who want a nice rent. Hey, have an outdoor outing. Rent whatever size it is, movie setup to show the game in your backyard. Rent it for a couple of $100. And like you said, all you doing is setting up or have someone set up, they can DIY it as long as they don't break your stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's football season. It's football season.
I know I already got I got my flyers still in Canva from last go round. I'm gonna kick it off, but we'll pray for a sister.
Yes,
Pray
yes,
for
get it out there. Get it out there. Get it out there. Just do it. Just do it.
I'm gonna need to look at this record, listen to this recording again, because it was some good pointers. I was over here multitasking, but I'm glad that you did take the time out to tell us some things that we already know and might just need to hear again.
Yes. You gotta drill it in. You gotta drill it in. You gotta drill it in.
Mhm.
You gotta drill it in.
I appreciate your time.
You are welcome. You are welcome. All right.
Mhm.
Any other questions?
One more of whoever, sorry. Do we click
Yes,
the
one more.
same do we click the same link for in the morning?
Yes, you will get another email just like you got today
Mm-hmm.
telling you that we're about to hit the air.
Mm-hmm.
And you click on that link and it'll bring you
Mm-hmm.
right to me tomorrow morning
Okay, at 11.
at 11 a.m. Eastern time.
All right. Just because it's meeting at 11, I'm up on it early. I gotta go hit Lowe's up and all that for this
All right, we'll
whatever
be
I'm
here.
doing.
We will
All
be
right.
here. We
All
will
right.
be here. We
Somebody
will be
else
here for your
answer.
relaunch.
Somebody asked a question because he gave us some good advice.
All right, y'all heard Tanika? Fire away. Fire away with the questions. All right, no questions. All right, that's it. I'm not going to hold y'all long. Hey, I said we were going to do an hour and a half of power packed information, and we hit that much. We're about on 2 hours. We're about on 2 hours. So I appreciate you all joining us. I appreciate you all taking your time out to join us tonight for this event. I wish that you would share the information with others and have them join us tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. We're going to be right back here again. We're going to give out 3 more topics tomorrow. And again, we're going to try to hit this thing in 1 hour and a half to get you the information you need and get out there to get pumping and get going. All right. As always, thank you so much. Again, thank you. Thank you so much. The recording will be out in another hour or so. You'll receive an email and it'll have the link on there of today's recording and you can watch it and fire back. And there's also the information. You can use that same link to send me info to ask questions. And as Tanika, who won the prize early this summer, still has to claim it, you get the free one-on-one time with me. All right, that's it. Thank you so much, everyone. Look forward to seeing you all tomorrow morning. Invite someone out to join us. Take care. Be blessed. This is Coach Rose signing out. Good night,
Have a
everyone.
good night. Good night.